Alrighty, you know who it is. It's your boy Nick back at it again with Size Don't Matter. This is episode 2, and I am lucky to have the beautiful Ximena with me. How are you doing today?
Thank you, Nick. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I just finished working and I'm excited to be here with you.
Awesome, awesome. People who don't know Ximena, well, I'll let you explain what you do, Ximena.
Okay, so I do lash extensions. I do lash lifts. I have a beauty business where I do facials, treatments, just everything that has to do with the skin and beauty, basically. And I'm also practicing to be a nail artist too.
Nice, nice. I can tell your skin look flawless. Yo,
Oh
you
my God.
got some flawless skin and your lashes on point.
Thank you.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, that's a lot of traits. That's a lot of things that you do. What made you get into this business, this beauty business?
So it basically started 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. I was in college. I was going to George Mason University, and it was like, I think it was my last year, my senior year. And I was like really into makeup,
Mm.
and I really wanted to be like a YouTuber. I don't know, I just thought that was my thing. And I started buying makeup, and then like I kind of realized after a while, because I was a student full time
Hmm.
and I was only working part time. And so, palettes cost a lot of money. It's like $50 a palette, and people, like, when it comes to like YouTube, they want to like keep up.
Hmm.
And so I was like, all right, I can't keep doing this. So I stopped doing YouTube videos. And then that's like kind of where like the beauty and like makeup part, like I first fell in love with that. And then after I graduated college, I one day I was just like, I'm gonna buy a lash kit off Amazon. And I did, and I started practicing on my sister, and I didn't do a good job. I closed her eyes shut. It was not good.
Oh, jeez.
It was really not good. I didn't know what I was doing. Um, but then just with practice, and then that's just kind of how it all started.
Gotcha. Yeah, and you mentioned that you were a full-time student. Were you in school for cosmetology or for?
No, I went to George Mason to get my bachelor's in management, and then I minored in entrepreneurship. And then
Hmm.
when I graduated college, I went to AVI Academy, which is an like beauty school institution where you
Uh-huh.
can get licensed by the state of Virginia. And so I went to do my hours as an esthetician there. But when it comes to lashing, I've never taken a class. I mean, I've like asked people about classes, but I've never actually taken a class yet.
Hmm.
I mostly asked because I just want to learn more styles, new techniques. But everything that I know and that you see has just been me. Like I just did it by my eyes and by looking online, and that's it.
So yeah, so we talked about how you started on YouTube, and that was the beginning and the stepping stone of that process. Was that transition to doing stuff on Instagram? Of like, I seen that you done lashes, and how did that work out?
So I did lashes. Well, first I did YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I started doing lashes. But then after that, I actually started my lash line of falsies, where I actually had talked to a manufacturer overseas to make my lashes and my products. And it was really cool because I was able to pick and choose everything that I wanted from the material, whether I wanted it to be mink lashes or silk lashes, cruelty free, which is the silk lashes, and the mink lashes aren't cruelty free. The colors of my box, of my, you know, of everything. And this is actually how one of the boxes looks like. This is actually Machu Picchu. This is how it looks like. I created the colors, the glitters,
Wow.
everything. And so I had 5 different styles. And so that gave me more popularity, I think. that's where like my Instagram kind of went up a little bit more. Not by like like a ton, because I don't have that many followers. It just, went up a little more. I got more orders, and it was just a really cool process.
Mhm.
And then after that, I got into the facials.
Interesting. So wait, with these lashes, they're I'm pretty sure those are the ones you put on. They're not the ones like you put on yourself, right?
No, these are the ones that you can actually put on yourself. So
Oh, okay.
you could buy this whole thing, and then you would take these lashes off. You can literally take it out the box like this. That's how they look like.
Hmm.
And this is the style Machu Picchu.
Wow.
And you would put glue. Every girl all of your friends knows how to apply this, okay? They'll have glue, and then they will put it on themselves. So this is not lash extensions. These are
Okay.
falsies.
See, I don't know any of this stuff.
It's okay, Nick.
That's awesome. That's amazing. I didn't know you can do that. There's so many things I just don't know.
It's a girl thing. That's the thing. Don't feel like you don't know. It's just most girls don't know.
Start asking more questions like, hey, did you buy those? I'm just
And
kidding.
now you're gonna notice.
I probably, man.
Now you're gonna notice. You're gonna be like, is that fake?
Like, hold on, let me grab that. Let me take that off.
Exactly.
That's awesome. Like, yo, these are from Ximena.
Is this the real you? Is this the real you? But then their extensions, they're gonna get you. They're gonna get you because that hurts. That's gonna hurt. If you take a lash out, ooh, that's so painful.
Oh man, I can imagine.
Yeah.
I probably tear up just trying to take off one of mine right now.
Yeah.
All right, so that's awesome. So yeah, so looking in the background, I see a lot of stuff, and I see a lot of tools and a lot of some products out there. And from my understanding and watching your Instagrams, all this stuff, I see that you started at home. Like, how was that?
So at first I started in my room,
Mm-hmm.
where I had like my very first client where I just like, I didn't even know why somebody would ask me to do it at first. I literally was not good. I don't know. But they like had faith in me. So I was like, come, like I didn't even have a bed, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Started in my room. Then I got a bed, like one of those spa beds from Amazon. Literally Amazon has everything. Like Amazon
I didn't know
is
this.
like my savior. Like they have so many tools, everything. And then like little by little, like I wasn't even in this spot. Like I was actually across this because I'm in my basement. So I have like the basement area, and I was actually on the other side of the basement, switched back there, back here. And then we kind of decided that this area was just going to be my area because this wall kind of like goes deep. And so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to take this section of the basement. And then it just kind of grew. Like at first I didn't have much. I really didn't. It just was little by little.
Yeah, I remember when I first followed you, and we know each other for such a long time. But from the beginning, like I saw doing lashes, and then it just continued to grow, and then I continued. Then I see a bed, then I see this, and I see that, and then before I know it, to be honest, I thought you had your own little place, like a little salon. I was like, yo, what just happened? This thing just blew up. This is
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh my God, thank you. That makes me feel so nice. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
from the looks of it, like, and what I tell a lot of people is like, oh, it's also presentation as well. You can do such amazing work, but your presentation and the things I see, it looks so amazing and so well organized, and the way
Thank you.
it just looks so great. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate it. I usually like have more stuff, but everything's like washing with like, this whole pandemic situation. I also have to keep like sanitary stuff on like top of my game.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that was gonna be my next question. Since the pandemic and everything has came down, a lot of your clients is face to face. Like, it's physical touch. Is they have to come in. How has this pandemic affected your business, if it has, or if anything?
yeah, it really did change a lot of things.
Mhm.
So, I mean, You know, being an esthetician is really about, connecting with that other person, and like really when I'm like touching you and I'm like, helping you relax, or I'm helping your skin get better, it's like it's really a one-on-one connection, right? That I'm establishing. And not being able to do that, like now we have to wear gloves. Like before we could just, wash our hands, put sanitizer on, and we can start our techniques, masks, massages, whatever we have to do.
Mm-hmm.
But now we have to wear gloves. It's not as personal. I mean, it's still great. Like I haven't had one person say that it's not good,
Mm-hmm.
but it is a little different. Now I wear two masks. I wear a regular mask, and then I wear a shield,
Mm-hmm.
just to make sure that like I don't get anything whenever I'm doing my spa. And then when I'm doing my lashes, I always make sure I have a mask and someone else has a mask too, you know. So it's a little different. I also had to like install a sink in the backs before people come in so they could wash their hands every time.
Uh,
Um, and I wash my hands every time too. And I just, and then I have like a protocol. Like every time after somebody leaves, I make sure like the bed is changed completely. Like nobody uses the same sheets.
mm,
Nobody uses the same towels. Nobody uses the same headbands. No.
yeah, yeah,
So I try my best to be as clean as possible.
yeah. No, I can definitely. It's like the way I sort of see it. It's like me. It's someone going to a barber. Like you get that one-on-one. Like that's your barber for life. And like I've seen so many like reoccurring customers that you have, and I've known some people that have actually gone to you, and they said such amazing things about it. And then you're promoting your health and how everything you change everything. It's pretty neat. And it can be really tough. It can be really tough, especially in environments and fields that you have to touch people.
Yeah, it's
And
it's crazy, definitely. But thankfully, in a weird way, like it kind of helped me because I used to work full time. I had another job. And, with this whole situation happening, I just decided, you know what, I'm going to work at my job, doing what I want to do full time and see how it goes.
mm,
And because ever since I started last year, I was only doing this part time, literally like maybe one client a day, a few clients a week, not a lot. But I just started doing full time, and it's been good.
that's awesome. That's awesome. And I know you just mentioned that you did full time. What has been the most that you've had a client? Like how many clients you had in one day or like 1 week?
In 1 week,
Yeah.
maybe like 20, 25.
Hmm. That's awesome. And that varies of like it could be eyelashes, it could be like face
Mm-hmm.
treatment.
It could be different stuff, of course. Yeah. I
Awesome.
like to like vary things, because not everybody wants everything. Like, not everybody wants lashes,
Yeah, no.
but they might want a facial.
What would you say is your number one thing that you do most frequent?
I was actually thinking about that the other day because I think my sister might have asked me. Maybe
Uh,
it was my mom. But right now it's tied. Like I'm doing both, like
hmm,
every day.
that's awesome. That's
It
awesome.
switches back and forth. Like one day maybe if I do all day lashes, then the next day I'll do all day facials, or one day I'll do both.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Do you have a story of when like something that was very difficult when you started up? It may not just be a client, it may be like, I was setting something up and it just didn't work out.
Maybe when I first started, because I didn't have any type of teacher, because I didn't have any type of class, I had a client who had really, really curly lashes, and I didn't know how to handle that because my techniques were always to put, like, let's say the lash is like this, I would put another lash on top of it. That's just how I always do it, and that's how it's done. But if it's really curly, you can't really like put it on top. So I was like struggling in my head, and she was there, and I was like, oh my God, like, what do I do? It took me like 3 hours to do it when it should have only taken me like an hour and a half, really.
Mm.
I ended up doing it, but in like, I did it the most complicated way ever. I should have known that I should have just, instead of going like this, I could have just gone like this. Just from
Ah,
behind. And it was just
ah,
easier that way. Now I know that, and now I can do that. But I think that was probably like one of my, like, the most stressful, like, client. Not her, she was amazing.
yeah.
It was me, like, I needed more, like, I was like, I didn't know what to do. I did it, but I was like, it was hard.
I can imagine. Can you do these eyelashes? I don't know if I can get up there.
Oh my god, I can't see them.
No? All
Probably.
right.
Maybe.
Yeah, from people say that I have pretty nice eyelashes. They curl up.
I don't think I could, for real. Or you could get a lash lift.
Yeah, sure. I'm down for whatever. I made a point where whoever I talk to, I'm gonna do whatever product they have because I'm a
Okay.
true believer of small businesses and young entrepreneurs.
Awesome. Awesome.
But yeah, no. Um, I've talked to a lot of people, and I've actually known. I know there's other person who does eyelashes. But what is very amazing what you have done? Because at first I just thought it was eyelashes. That's what that's the page I followed, and then the more I started looking into it, it's just amazing of the stuff that you put on Instagram, and I'm really curious about the face mask
Yes.
because it's for me it looks like it's a glob of thing on your face. And I'm just like, they're just chilling.
Yes.
So what is the thing you put on people's faces?
So they're right up there. Those are the hydrogel masks that I offer. And there's two different kinds. One of them is the regular hydrogel masks that are worth $10. And then the other hydrogel masks, there's two more that are worth $17 now. What they are is they're masks that you use after doing an extraction, right? So if I'm like doing a skin scrubbing on your nose or on your face, and I'm taking out, impurities, pores, blackheads, whiteheads, whatever it is, your skin's gonna be inflamed. It might be your skin might be really intense, or you might suffer from pigmentation and spots. So one of these has that help. So for example, I have one here that's the illuminating orange, right? This one right here.
Mm-hmm.
This one helps for pigmentation and spots. So let's say you suffer from scars and sunspots. After I do a skin scrubbing, I might decide to put this on you because this is going to help that and help diminish that after a microdermabrasion.
Hmm.
So, or let's say, you're dehydrated. I have one here that's the hyaluronic acid that it has super moisture retention. So your skin just really needs that. I'll put that. Or I'll mix it with the Egyptian rose, which helps with wrinkles. Due to your dehydration, you might have a lot of wrinkles. So I might mix those two to try to help that skin issue.
See,
Yeah.
I've always wondered it because I see it there, and I see the glob on people's faces, and I've always wondered. I'm just like, yo,
Yeah.
what is that? Like, it looks so peaceful. They're just chilling,
Yeah.
and do they know that you take a picture? Because sometimes like,
Yeah.
they were like,
I do. I tell them. And sometimes they're like, "Can you take a picture?" And I'm like, "No, I will. Trust me. Like, I will take a picture. Like, no, don't you worry." Because it's like I want to show like what I do.
No, definitely. And for me, that I know zero about any of this. I've always wondered, and I've always just been like, man, it looks peaceful to me. That's something, for me, I definitely have, things going on my face. So
Yeah.
that's something definitely like, it's cool. It's something that I would definitely try. And, for people who are out there, it's, if you're a guy, it does not matter. It's okay. You
You
gotta
know
keep
what's
your face
crazy?
clean.
You know what's crazy?
What's up?
I just got a notification, I think today, that a guy wants me to do a facial on him on Monday.
I, hey, I want to normalize that it
Guys,
is fine.
no, that's actually like a really good point. The only guy that I've done is my boyfriend and my dad. Those are the only two guys that. And they both loved it. They were both like they loved the facial. So it's not just a girl thing. Like, guys also care about their skin.
Yeah.
Guys also want to look good. Like, why is that? Why is only women coming to me. Like, I would love for more guys to want, to improve their skin health and ask more questions, because it's not just a female thing.
Yeah. And that's definitely I want to make sure and put a point. It's all right, it doesn't make you less of a man or less of a person because you did a facial. Keep yourself clean. That's, again, so that's something I definitely want to do. And that's why I wanted to ask you, what is it, so I can be like, bet that's for me, like I want that.
So you want me to say what's a facial?
Pretty much, like what how
So
do you
so a facial is basically, you come in, right, and you just want to like clean your skin, right? So that's the point of a facial, and also just to like relax. So what I would do is, I would make you change first. Well, actually, before I make you change, I would make you like look at a form, fill out that form, because I want to make sure that you don't have any type of allergies, is like basically my main point. Because if you're allergic to something and I have a product, and I don't want to mess you up and give you a rash, or, for your sensitive skin. So I make sure, you don't have, or if like you're pregnant, maybe you can't have one of the machines used on you or the treatments used on you, because it might not be good for the baby. So I always want to make sure that you're a good, and that's something that they teach us in school, to make sure the person is good before we do any treatment. But a regular facial is no treatment. So there shouldn't be much issues unless you're like allergic to like coconut or something, or oil, which I don't know, a lot of people. But basically, I would cleanse you. I would put a mask on you. There'd be a steamer involved. I would exfoliate you with the skin scrubber. And that's actually something really different that a lot of people don't do, in like high-end salons. Like, they just do like the most basic stuff. But I really like want to make sure I take everything out and make sure everyone's like fully clean. And I think that like my clients will like attest to that. Like, I make sure everything comes out and make sure you're good. And then I will put another mask on you. Now that's where the hydrogel mask comes in. If you want that, I can do that, or I can just do a regular mask. And then I would do a toner, moisturizer, and 2 massages in there, and you're done. That would be a basic facial.
Interesting. So for these time periods, how long would someone, like, because if someone watches this like, oh, I want to do that, like how long do you that process takes?
So you can choose. You can choose if you want an hour or if you want an hour and a half.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I've always wanted to that as well, just see how long it would take, because we want to make sure we take your time and we don't want to rush you, and plus we want to make sure that we have the time for it.
Yeah, but everyone always like books on my website, so like I know who wants what time and all that.
Makes sense. So we have the $1 million question, and we talked about it earlier before.
Okay.
So we've seen, or a lot of people that I've talked to, we've seen this butt facial.
Oh my God.
So and I will say how I saw it. So I'm looking through my story.
Oh my God.
I'm clicking through, and I click to yours, and I see
That's so funny.
the butt facial. And at first I thought it was a face, and then I had to go back and be like, whoa, was this a butt? But a lot of people have questions about it.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, after we had that little conversation, I've had like 2 or 3 people was like, yo, is that really a thing? I was like, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
Yeah, for sure. So I just wanted to be like, I just want to do things that other people don't want to do and just make money out of it. Like, I just want to do things that I love. I love beauty. I love enhancing like the skin. Like, your ass is part of your skin, your butt, your cheeks, your booty, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
People, when they go to the gym or they go out for a run, like, you sweat. You don't just sweat on your face or on your back. People have back acne issues. People have chest acne issues. People have face acne issues. People have ass acne issues. Okay. It's normal. People it happens. So what I was thinking, I was like, you know what, like I'm gonna help those people that want it. And I had like someone ask me, and they're like, can you do it? And I was like, yeah, I'll do it. Like, I don't care. And people like, I don't understand, like, what's the difference with having a butt facial with getting like a bikini wax?
Very true. Very, very true.
Right? So I
Yeah.
was like,
I'm-
whatever. And I can do that too. So
Yeah, after that have conversation, I sat there and thought about it. I
new
was like, yeah,
service coming soon.
huh?
No, I'm just kidding.
What I was gonna say is that after that conversation we had, I sat there and thought, I was like, well, me personally, it's like I sit on my butt like all day.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that's not healthy for my butt. Not many people are gonna see my butt, but it's okay. But for the people who
God.
show their butts and out there, it's I can now see why it's important to also keep that, nice and tight.
And some women, like, they just want to look good for their mans. Like it's just just like the face. Like we want our face to look nice for ourselves. Some
Mhm.
people want to, look nice in general, you know?
Yeah, I honestly did not know that you literally opened up my mind to that. I was like, whoa, this is brand new. I have never ever seen it, and I saw the blob on it. I was like, whoa. And then when you explained it, I was like, now it makes sense.
Mhm.
So here, what I would like to do, I would like to take the time and show your stuff, your profiles and stuff like this.
Okay.
And we had this conversation a little bit earlier, and we said this is how you started. So people who know Ximena and her stuff, I just found this out today, to be all honest. This is where Ximena started.
Oh my gosh.
She started here on YouTube, where I'm trying to start at this moment, but this is Ximena. If you can see,
That's
everything was
so
2 years
embarrassing.
ago. She has a couple of, is this something you're going to come back to?
I don't know. You know what? The other day, I had a client who was like, "You should put your stuff on TikTok," and I was like, "Oh," I was like, "What?" And she was like, "Do you have a TikTok?" And I was like, "I have one, but it's only because my sister and like one of my friends told me to, And
Yeah.
but I never go on it. I don't keep up. So I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't even know if I have time to edit videos. Like I'm so busy
Yeah.
that it's like me just taking pictures and editing that takes me a while.
I could imagine. And I it's I feel like I don't know. It's definitely a thing that all platforms, especially like now that I've noticed how big Instagram can make you, and like how big you can speak to a lot of people. It's just
Yeah.
crazy to think like, YouTube can do that, TikTok can do that, Twitter can do that, Facebook can still do that. And it's crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Social media is an amazing marketing tool, and it's honestly made my business grow tremendously just
Mm.
by one of them, which is just Instagram. So if I put it on other platforms, I mean, I'm sure it would it would go somewhere too.
Uh-oh, Ximena coming back on YouTube. No, I'm just kidding.
No, oh my God. I don't know about YouTube. YouTube's hard. Editing videos takes a while.
It takes a
But
long time.
TikTok seems a little bit easier. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully. I mean, they said something about TikTok going down, but who knows?
Oh yes, I saw that on the news. Oh my God. We'll see.
I mean, I heard Instagram is gonna do something with it, the same thing, the same version about it, but
Yeah,
who knows?
yeah.
So now we're gonna go to Lashed by He. Is it
Human.
Hemi? Hime.
Human.
Hime.
Yes.
I suck at reading, by the way. Just letting everyone know out there. So this is her page. You actually just posted this today.
I just posted that today, yes.
Was this a client today?
Yes. I was actually washing her lashes, doing a lash bath,
Oh.
making sure that her lashes are clean and
And,
healthy after I removed them. Yeah.
nice. And as you can see, the person's wearing a mask. Jimena's out here trying to be as safety and healthy as she can be.
Yes.
But that's pretty cool. I didn't know you wash the eyelashes like that.
Yeah, now I just started recently actually, so
Uh, hmm.
yeah.
Interesting. there's so many things about the face that just looking at your page, I'm just like, oh, that's you.
Yeah. There's some things that I find out myself too, by myself. I don't know.
So here are some lashes. Boom.
Yeah, I actually just did this today.
That is wild. So are there different style of lashes?
Yeah, there are different styles. This one is a doll eye. If you go down on another one, keep going down. Keep going down. Right here on your left and on your right. Those are both a cat eye style, actually. Um, this is one of my favorite looks recently.
Nice. So is there a specific style that you usually get more of than the other?
No, it really varies. Like sometimes it depends on like the people and what they want, but sometimes I recommend like other ones.
Okay, that's pretty good. So I'm guessing a lot. Do a lot of people ask you? Do they come with an idea of what they want, or they, you know?
Some people have already like had lashes for a long time, so they already like know. They're like, I want this size. This is the minimum size. I want this style. And I'm like, perfect. Sometimes they don't really know. Sometimes it's their first time getting lash extensions. And so they're like, what do you think? And so I just kind of look at them and I'm like, okay, depending on their eye shape, like what do I think is best? And that's something I actually learned not too long ago. Like before, I literally just did cat eye. I didn't know what else I was doing. Again, I never had a teacher, didn't know anything. So just like, it's been hard because no one's been there to tell me what to do. So I've been guessing this whole time and people have really just been there for me. And like, it's been really nice. Like having people, even people from the first couple of days are still with me now. And it's
That's
really
awesome.
nice.
That's really awesome. I have a question about this one.
Sure.
What is that thing you put?
Okay,
I don't know.
so this is a lash lift, okay? This is a rod, and they come in different sizes. They go from small all the way to extra large, or some brands do extra, extra large, or extra, extra small, whatever. And it really depends on the client. And what it is a lash lift is your natural lashes, no extensions, lifting. Okay, so I'm putting a perm solution on your real lashes to make your lash curl for up to 6 weeks. And the rod, the sizes, the more bigger you get, the more curl you get. The smaller it is, the smaller curl it is.
Okay, so I'm about to be going out. It's like, oh, look, you lifting your eyes, you need this type of rod.
Yes.
I'm out here flexing on people. People ain't gonna know. This is dope. Yeah, like I look at these eyelashes, and you know what's crazy about these pictures is you be catching people's eye colors. I'm like, damn.
Yeah. Some people's eyes are beautiful. Oh my God, I loved that mega volume look. Yes. That was one of my favorite looks.
That's awesome, and it's crazy. Like, and it's like per lash, right?
Mm-hmm. Per
That
lash.
it's like when I see it, and I've done a little bit of research. It's like pretty much each individual lash, right?
Mm-hmm.
That, and then when I look at this, I was like, man, it looks like time consuming.
It's time consuming. When I first started, if I ever try to do this set, first of all, I didn't even know how to do this set when I first started. Okay, like when I first started, I don't know what the heck I was thinking. I didn't know. I just did whatever. Now I know now I know what I'm doing. But back then, it probably took me like 3 hours just to do, like, not even this, probably just like a medium classic set.
Wow.
Or 2 hours when it should take me 1.5. But if I do a mega volume set, it should take me about 2 to 2 hours and 15. But that would probably take me 3 hours and a half.
That's crazy.
So
That's just,
it's really been practice over time.
that's awesome. That's definitely really awesome. And you can see, like, you know, as much as you practice, how amazing it starts. It looks, it just looks great.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And then, so not only do you have Lash, you also have Ximena Beauty. This is what I was talking about. Actually, I saw this today, and you did the colors, and I thought it was pretty cool.
Yes. That's LED light therapy. I did that. Mm-hmm.
So LED light therapy, is that to?
So each color is like a different, it helps for a different cause. So basically the LED lights have different wavelengths and each color serves its own purpose. So for example, the blue wavelength, the blue color one is for acne. Okay, so it helps your acne, helps it not come back, stuff like that. The yellow one is for sensitive skin. So if you have really sensitive skin and you want to do LED light therapy, then we're going to start you off probably with the yellow light, okay? And so on. The white light is if you want more glowy skin. The white light really helps bring out that glow. The red light is a more with like helps with cell regeneration and inflammation. So
Dang, that's crazy. It's crazy to think that the different types of life. I'm guessing it's like the wavelength of everything just makes it stronger. But it's just crazy that each single one does something different.
yes,
So this is what I was talking about. So I would see these and I just feel like they're relaxed. They're just chilling.
they're some of them. I've had people fall asleep on me.
And is that okay?
That's totally fine. Totally.
Because
That's me doing a good job.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because my point like is also to relax you, make sure you're having a good time, make sure you're good. Yeah, that's really what it's all about.
That's awesome. Yeah, I promise you, I'll probably fall asleep. I get sleepy.
Good.
Also, what's the one thing I really wanted to talk about? Is this one? Okay, this.
Okay.
What? So I saw it. It got. I saw the 4-letter word lipo, and chunky man like me. I got me interested. I was like, whoa, time out. So,
Yes.
what is this?
Okay, so this is the Snella lipo laser, and what it is lasers that go on your stomach, like you see right there in the picture. And what those lasers do is they go to your adipose cells, and it creates a hole in that cell membrane, right? And when that occurs, it becomes either energy for your body, that fat, or it'll go through your lymphatic system. So you'll pee it out.
Oh wow. And is
So,
that just for the stomach area, or if it's like?
no, you can use it in other areas. You could do your back, you can do your legs, and I believe you can do your arms.
Yeah, I showed this to somebody. I was like, "Yo, this is really cool," and they was like, "Oh, does it go on like legs?" Because some people want to get like toner legs or their arms. And I didn't know, and I knew I was doing this, so I definitely had to ask this.
Yeah.
But that's pretty awesome. That is when I saw it, I was just like, "What in the world? Is this a thing?"
Yeah.
That is crazy. See, like, they just look so peaceful. It looks so, it just looks so great. I don't know why. Like, I just feel like I want to do it so bad. Just like,
Some of them smell amazing. Like some of them have smell, some of them don't. But like this one, I think, yeah, the illuminating orange, that one has orange peels, so it actually smells like oranges. And the Egyptian rose has rose petal leaves, so it actually smells like roses. So when it's combined, it's really delicious.
yeah, I can see the orange peels and the little roses.
Mhm.
It's just amazing. It really is. Yeah, this is the one I saw when you posted it. I was like, whoa.
Well, that's the Belta cavitation machine. That's another machine. That
Tell me more. Tell me more.
So this machine, this is actually a body contouring machine. So this is what you're actually seeing right now is the cavitation part. So what it's basically cavitation will also is going to help you with the fat, right? Then this machine also has an RF vacuum. So that vacuum is literally like pumping in and out on your skin. And what that's going to help do is really make sure all of that fat goes through your lymphatic drainage without leaving any um, like bubbles. Because sometimes you can feel like fat bubbles, like some
Oh.
people can. And so that really makes sure that doesn't happen. And then the third thing that this contains, which you see right here, oh, there, yeah, you can see the cavitation. The vacuum is on the left.
Mhm.
And then all the way to the right, that is the actual skin tightening. So I can, do a skin tightening on your abdomen.
Wow, I did not know that. That is crazy. There's so, again, every single time I look at your page is something new, and I think that's one of the most amazing part of it. It's just that there's always something that just it's something that one person may take advantage of. You know, it has a lot of things that
Mm-hmm.
it goes to different people. You
Yeah,
know, not people are gonna want eyelashes, but they want skincare. Not people want skincare; they want this product. You know,
right,
it's crazy. It really is
right.
amazing.
I'm really like, I don't know, I just really want to branch out in like different things. But I know that it's about like skincare and lashes as of now. I really don't know what else. And then helping my parents' businesses too. But
That's
other than that, I don't know.
that no, that's very awesome. Yeah, because I the the way I see it as well is like you because a lot of people like myself, like comedians, you know, they stick to one thing, right? But when I see your thing, it's just like, no, like why? I know I'm great at this. Let me do this. Let me do this. Let me do this. You know, I have all traits. And you know, again, when I speak to young entrepreneurs like yourself, it opens up my eyes. It's like, yeah, you know, why not try something new? If it doesn't work, you know, I tried it at least. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
Um,
For sure.
but what is an advice you would give to somebody either going to skincare or going into being a young entrepreneur, or doing their own thing?
I would say probably two things. I would say definitely go for it, even if you feel like you're not good. Because I sucked like so bad. Like I did not know what I was doing. I closed my sister's eye shut with glue for the first time when I first did it. Like I felt so bad. Like I had to cut some of her eyelashes. Like it was bad.
Wow.
So don't feel discouraged because you know you're learning. And then the second thing is don't be afraid to ask for help. Like,
Mm,
don't be afraid to like DM somebody just because you think they might not want to talk to you, or because you never met them, or because I don't know, you're embarrassed. I don't know, but don't, because at first I'd never wanted to ask anybody for help, and I just like recently like ask people about, how can you help me more? But like, education is really important. And I struggled a lot when it came to my lash business at first because I didn't know what the best lashes were. I didn't know. I spent hundreds of dollars on different types of lashes that were trash,
wow.
that were really bad, and that I couldn't like it was just so, and it was so hard. Like it would take me longer with the client, like because I couldn't fan them the way that I wanted them to be.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was a lot of trial and error.
Mm,
But then it was just so much easier. Like, why didn't I just ask?
yeah.
Because like, classes aren't even that expensive. Like people like me that like know how to lash, they like offer other people, mini classes, or like not to be certified or anything, but just to teach their techniques. Like it took a long time for us to learn it, but if somebody wants to learn it, no problem, but just ask. So that's something I learned, and that's something that I'm doing a lot more, and that is very beneficial.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, you definitely answered all my questions. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have more questions, but down the road. But no, it definitely opened my eyes to so many things of what you can do to your face, to your
Mm-hmm.
abdomen, to and pretty much your whole body.
Yeah,
um, and how important it is to actually keep that maintained because we only have one body. We can't just transfer it
exactly.
into another one. Um,
Exactly. I actually have this girl who's, I think, younger than me. She's like 20, and she's doing skin tightening. And people are like, why is she doing skin tightening? And it's like, she can have a skin tightening session because she's just trying to like make sure she doesn't have wrinkles in 30 years because somebody might have wrinkles. So
yeah,
some people just really care about, how their appearance is, and it's in a healthy way,
yeah.
making sure everybody looks good because some people really suffer from acne issues and stuff like that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So I know we saw your your YouTube that we may see a comeback to, and we see your Instagram pages. Is there anywhere else that we can find you at?
You can actually also find me at Ximena Alca. That's my main page. At Lux Nails by Xime as well. That's
Okay.
my next venture. is the nails. And then my last one is at X&M Deli, which is a new family business that I'm venturing into as well. So you can catch me on any of those pages.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And if someone wants to get something done, I see that on your Instagram you do have your website. Would that be the best place to set up an appointment or something?
Yes, use the link on my website on any of my Instagram pages, and that's how you can book. That's the only way to book. Yeah, and it'll have all the instructions, all the services that I do. Right now, I'm not offering the lipo laser or the body contouring, in case anybody wants to do that yet. I'm still getting it all together. I'll probably start offering it at the end of August, maybe. So, but everything else you can book now.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. Again, like I always say, when I get these things, I get the candles, I get all this stuff. And so this is definitely one thing I'm going to do. And hopefully when I do this, we can record the whole session, or my session at
Yeah,
least, so
sure.
people can actually see what a facial looks like. I'm not doing my eyelashes. Maybe I will, maybe for fun, why not?
You know what? I'm gonna order some colorful eyelashes
I'll
to
do
try
it.
on you.
I'll do it. I'll be a test dummy.
Oh, yeah, I've seen like some people do like colorful eyelashes now, so I'm like, is that a new trend? Like, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe
um,
start it.
Well, I really do appreciate your time, and I've learned so much, and it's opening a lot in my head for other things. So like when someone asks me any question about eyelash, I'm like, you know what? I know like two things. I'm gonna direct you to Ximena. If you
Yeah.
want to do something, she's in the area. If you want a facial, boom, bada, there you go. She'll be clean. She got you.
Yes, of course.
No, but again, I do appreciate your time. And for everyone who's watching, you can follow Ximena, and guys can follow me. Again, I do these series every other week. I'm starting to get more and more people, which is actually really, really exciting. I'm maybe moving into once a week. But again, I do appreciate your time, Ximena. Thank you for teaching
Thank
me and
you.
other people about eyelashes, facials, butt facials, lipo, and all the things that you have all a huge arsenal of.
Oh my
Um,
gosh, yes.
and until I catch you doing my facial.
Yes, that would be so exciting. Until next time, hopefully I'll be in a different location.
Okay. Alrighty, Ximena, thank you.
All right. Thank you, Nick.
All right, bye.
Bye.